Sidcup is a suburban district of southeast London, England, in the London Borough of Bexley, and a small part of the Royal Borough of Greenwich. Located 11.3 miles southeast of Charing Cross, it borders the London boroughs of Bromley and Greenwich. History. Toponymy the name is thought to be derived from Sidcup meaning seat-shaped or flat-topped hill. It had its earliest recorded use in 1254. Origins Sidcup originated as a tiny hamlet on the road from London to Maidstone. According to Edward Hasted, Thomas de Sidcup was owner of this estate in the 35th year of King Henry VI. That is in the 1450s, as appears by his deed. Hasted described Sidcup in the latter part of the 18th century as a small street of houses, among which is an inn of much resort, referring to the former Black Horse pub on the High Street. Sidcup parish formed the Sidcup urban district of Kent from 1908. It was initially known as Footscray. However, in 1921 the urban district, and in 1925 the parish, were renamed Sidcup. The parish and district were abolished in 1934 and combined with Chislehurst to form the Chislehurst and Sidcup civil parish and urban district. In 1965 the parish and urban district were abolished. Sidcup went on to form part of the London Borough of Bexley and Greater London, and Chislehurst formed part of the London Borough of Bromley. Recent a number of manor houses, converted to other uses, remain. They include Frognall House, the birthplace and residence of Thomas Townshend, 1st Viscount Sydney, after whom Sydney, Australia was named, Lamel Bay House, Sidcup Place and the Hollies. Area. Sidcup has a mixture of large Victorian and Edwardian properties alongside typical 1930s suburbia. It retains many parks and open spaces hinting at the great estates and large homes which once stood in the area. The town contains Queen Mary's Hospital, a large leisure centre, 4 colleges and 3 secondary schools. Sidcup High Street is the local high street, while there are some shops and local businesses on the adjacent Station Road. Sidcup High Street was recently the subject of a £1.8 million regeneration scheme in store for Sidcup paid for by London Borough of Bexley. Most of the district is within the London Borough of Bexley, however several parts in the north are under the governance of the Royal Borough of Greenwich, including South Spring, Greenheath Close, Halfway Street, Radfield Way, Croyd Close and Overmead. Demographics. In 2011 the total population was recorded as 10,844. Many residents are aged 65 plus or 85 plus, in line with the whole of London Borough of Bexley. At the census of 2011, the non-white population of Sidcup was recorded at 10.1%. The largest minority group were Asian or Asian British, with white other totaling 4.8% of the total population. The number of single-parent families was higher in the district in comparison to the rest of the London Borough of Bexley. 63.8% reported Christianity as their religious beliefs, which was above the borough average. However, these figures do not include the Blackfern and Lamel Bay wards within the district. Education. For education in Sidcup see the main London Borough of Bexley article. Primary schools in Sidcup include Birkbeck, Burnt Oak Junior School, Chatsworth, Days Lane, Holy Trinity, Longlands, Orchard School, Our Lady of the Rosary, Royal Park, Sherwood Park, and St Peter's Chanel. Secondary schools in Sidcup include Chislehurst and Sidcup Grammar School, Cleve Park, Hurstmere and Kennel Technology College. Bird College, Christ the King, St Mary's Sixth Form College, and Rose Bruford College all have sites in Sidcup. Sport and leisure. Sidcup has a non-league football club 7 Acre and Sidcup FC, who play at Sidcup and District Conservative Club. On Sydney Road, there is a Sidcup Sports Club, housing the local rugby and cricket clubs. Live music venues include the Charcoal Burner and the Iron Horse public houses, although the larger premises at the Beaverwood Club, Chislehurst, draw away a significant audience from this area. The Sidcup and District Motorcycle Club was formed at the Station Hotel, Sidcup in 1928. The club owns the international motorcycle sport venue Canada Heights in Button Street, Swanley, Kent and runs motocross, enduro, hare and hounds, trials, long-distance trials throughout each year. Culture, identity and community. It is reputed that it was on the platform of Sidcup railway station that Mick Jagger and Keith Richards had a conversation about music, an event that eventually led to the forming of the Rolling Stones in 1962. Although it was actually Dartford Station where this meeting took place, other such connections include the local Rose Bruford College of Drama and Bird College, both of which have many well-known and famous alumni, and there are regular large-scale concerts given by Sidcup Symphony Orchestra, which also serves the wider South East London area. The murder of teenager Rob Knox at the Metro Bar on Station Road in 2008 was a national news headline. Knox was an up-and-coming actor who had, just before his death, filmed a small part in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. He was killed protecting his brother from a group of youths. His murderer, Carl Bishop, also from Sidcup, was later found guilty of murder and sentenced. His family have used his death as a forefront for their campaign to end knife crime among young people. As part of the Rob Knox Foundation, there has been a Rob Knox Film Festival held in the district and the neighbouring ward of Bexley Heath, and, in 2015, a bench was erected in his name at St John's Church in Sidcup. His death has left a mark on the town. Transport and locale. Rail Sidcup, along with most other suburbs in southeast London, is not served by the London Underground. Sidcup Station opened in October 1866 shortly after the opening of the Dartford Loop line. The station was built 1 mile north of Sidcup town centre in the parish of Lamel Bay. Sidcup Station serves the area with services to London Charing Cross, London Cannon Street as part of a loop service operating via both Lewisham and Woolwich Arsenal, and a service to Gravesend. Fast trains take as little as 20 minutes to get to London Charing Cross. Roads. Sidcup High Street is on the A211, following in length the Old London, Maidstone, Hythe Road. The A211 starts just after Eltham High Street, in the middle running along the A20 Sidcup bypass before ending at Footscray, where the B2173 continues along the former A20 road. The A211 connects the two main roads in this district: Station Road and Main Road. East Rochester Way on the A2 road runs partly through the district, adjoining Blackfern Road. The road provides useful links to the Blackwall Tunnel in Kent. Provision for cyclists is generally poor within the district. Buses. Sidcup is served by a number of Transport for London bus routes. Nearest places: Chislehurst, New Ilfham, Footscray, Blackfern, Bexley Street, Paul's Cray, St Mary Cray, Orpington. Notable residents: Michelle Austen, a Euro actress, schooled in Sidcup. Steve Backley, a Euro Olympic sportsman, born in Sidcup. Doreen Bird, a Euro dance teacher, lived in Sidcup and established college. Quentin Blake, a Euro illustrator, artist, born in Sidcup. Gary Bushell, a Euro journalist, lives in Sidcup. George Albert Cairns, a Euro winner of the last Victoria Cross of World War II, worked in Sidcup. Ben Chorley, a Euro footballer, born in Sidcup. Charlie Clements, a Euro actor, born in Sidcup. Jason Crowe, a Euro footballer, born in Sidcup. Ian Davenport, a Euro artist, born in Sidcup. Ashley Glasbrook, a Euro dancer, part of Twist and Pulse. Steve Hillier, a Euro musician, schooled in Sidcup. Will Hutton, a Euro economist, schooled in Sidcup. Alfred Garth Jones, a Euro illustrator, died in Sidcup in 1955. John Paul Jones, a Euro bass guitarist of Led Zeppelin, born in Sidcup. Rob Knox, a Euro actor, murdered in Sidcup. Ivan McGill, a Euro innovative anaesthetist, worked in Sidcup. Clive Mendonca, a Euro footballer for Charlton Athletic, lived in Sidcup. Lee Murray, a Euro former kickboxer and mixed martial arts champion, wanted for Securitas depot robbery, lived in Sidcup. Emma Noble, a Euro glamour model, born in Sidcup. Mike Rann, a Euro Premier of South Australia, politician, born in Sidcup, lived in Blackfern prior to emigrating to New Zealand with his parents. John Regis, a Euro Olympic athlete, lived in Sidcup. Keith Richards, a Euro guitarist, Rolling Stones, attended college in Sidcup, Wayne Routledge, a Euro footballer, born in Sidcup. Gerard Shully, author, bishop, born in Sidcup. Ethel Smith, a Euro composer and suffragette, born in Sidcup. Roderick Spode, a Euro fictional politician and fashion designer, was the 7th Earl of Sidcup in the Jeeves stories by P. G. Wodehouse. Jim Staples, a Euro international rugby union captain, educated in Sidcup. Dick Taylor, a Euro founder, member of the Pretty Things and early bass guitarist in the Rolling Stones, schooled in Sidcup. John Topham, a Euro photographed daily life around Sidcup from 1931 to 1973. Thomas Townshend, 1st Viscount Sydney, a Euro, died in Sidcup. Mark Ricketts, a Euro footballer, born and raised in Sidcup. Charles Worrell, alias Big Chief I Spy, lived in Sidcup circa 1950. Gordon Watson, a Euro former Sheffield Wednesday footballer, born in Sidcup. Elizabeth Wiskman, a Euro journalist, born in Sidcup. Doug Wright, a Euro cricketer, born in Sidcup. Bibliography. References. External links: Bexley London Borough Council website.